Hello everybody, just have a slight question. Just has to do with some basic accounting, just making an invoice and posting the expense. The issue I'm having thus far is when I do an invoice, I get an accounts receivable, which is fine, mark it as paid, and it's still an accounts receivable. And when I have an expense, and it's not a purchase, it shows it as an asset. So what I have thus far is just some contract work and some tariffs. Now, more or less just going through the steps because I'm not really certain how to end up putting this in textual form and getting any help. So what I'm more or less asking is, if am I clicking something wrong? Maybe it's just a check mark somewhere. Maybe it's in a wrong tab. So, just going to create the database, add the plugin, make a simple bill payment, and show you where the problem is. Typically it doesn't take quite this long. There we go. And Canadian. Alright, so we're just going to be billing Starfleet. We'll put it as today. And everything thus far has been a service, whether it's a billing or purchase, it's all just a service. So this is going to be for 20.5 hours, unit price of 16, and 13% tax. Up to this point, I would understand that being an accounts receivable would be okay. Once I register a payment, though, I would kind of expect that it would come out of my accounts receivable. So depositing it in the bank, journal entries, and it's in there twice. I'm not really certain as to why. That's the number one issue that I've got. The expenses would be nice, but yeah. The expenses was possibly just thinking of adding it as a negative number, although there's probably certainly another answer to that. If I go back to journal entries, again, it still shows it twice. The account, the chart of accounts, I believe this is where it showed it as an accounts receivable. Yeah, debtors 370. That'd be accounts receivable. There was a different sheet that actually specifically said accounts receivable, but internal type receivable. Okay, and I'll just make an expense. This will be a tariff from the Klingon High Command. Actually, believe no, there's nothing. So I would think you can have a supplier for a service, but alright. So we're gonna add the Klingon High Command. And they were fixed rate at $37. Again, just service. This ends up saying something with regards to, oh, this one actually says expenses. Okay, this is good. That might turn out to working. So I don't recall it saying that before. I'm saying something like internal purchases or something. Purchase tax. There. Just gonna pay it. Now this is where I was pondering that maybe you could put a negative number to fix that problem where it shows it as an asset. Yeah, it's totally the wrong idea. I would think that still would also be a bad idea. Should still show it as an expense. However, and again, it's showing it twice. I'll just post that since theoretically it's been paid. I don't really know why it's showing it twice. But again, there. So you've got the purchase and the bank. Well, I don't know why that one ends up showing. Now when I do taxes, I would hope it would take the taxes I collected there, subtract the taxes I paid on that one. which that looks like that may be doable. Yeah, that's actually looking what it did do. So it's possible that this is all working totally fine, and that my interpretation of this is completely wrong. Now tax balance to pay, that's a little weird. I should certainly owe a lot more tax than I've paid. So that's weird. Well, anyways, if anybody has any answers as to what I may have clicked wrong, it's more or less my objective. Why it's working this way, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe things are working totally properly and I'm just not reading it right. If somebody could fill me in, that would be fantastic, because I've tried this for a good month, since about May, and I keep getting about the same results and no idea why. Okay, well, thank you.